In some news straight from the Don't Tease Me department, Pro Football Focus bet, their account put out Jadeveon Clowney plus 300 to join the Minnesota Vikings. Eyeball emojis. Now, there hasn't been any steam or any linkage between Clowney, who is a free agent formerly of the Cleveland Browns and like 17 other teams, and the Vikings, but it would be a whole lot cooler if they did. And odds-wise, plus 300, so AKA 3-1. Break even is 25%. So even if they're just shorting these odds and say the true odds of Clowney landing in Minnesota is, I don't know, half of that, 12.5%, make things that make you go, So let's talk about clown shoes today. Background, 29 years young, just turned 29 in February, 6'5", 255, 2014 number 1 overall pick, numero uno, coming out of South Carolina. Now, the problem with Clowney is that I think that he came in too hyped through no fault of his own. I think it was the media, especially that play in the Outback Bowl against Michigan where he decapitated the running back Smith. It's like, oh, Clowney's going to be the next guy. He's going to be the next Lawrence Taylor. He's going to be the next great defensive end. And he's been fine. He hasn't lived up to that number 1 overall pick hype. He's never had double-digit sacks in his career, but he is a perfectly fine, competent edge rusher. 5 years in Houston, and then he became a mercenary. 1 year in Seattle, 1 year in Tennessee, and then last year spent a season in Cleveland on a 1 year, $8 million deal. He did rack up 9 sacks, 53 pressures, 66.5 PFF grade in 14 games, having one of the best seasons of his career. Spot Rack is guesstimating his market value at $12.7 million per season, 4-year, $51 million deal. I don't know, which would put him in the mid-tier edge rusher pay 16th for defensive ends. I don't think it's that high. Like, I don't think that he'll get that much, but you never know with some of these contracts that have been flying out the door. Now, adding Clowney would fly in the face of what Kwesi has done so far in terms of value for agency, Moneyball, etc. And frankly, I would rather have Zadarius Smith than Jadeveon Clowney if the money is in the same ballpark, if you're going to spend up there. But I do see the logic here, where Clowney has proven that he's a number 2 in this league, but he's a very solid high-end number 2. He did great things opposite of Myles Garrett, so Garrett is getting all that attention, and Clowney on the close side of the field is getting one-on-ones and just getting after it. And him and Daniil would be nice together, especially with DJ Wanham, because all three of them could be on the field at the same time, since Clowney has played inside, outside, as well as stand-up and hand in the dirt. Same thing with Wanham, and I think Daniil Hunter certainly has that skill set as well. So you could have all three of those guys on the field at once hunting. And Clowney can rush the passer. He's traditionally been very good against the run as well. Downside, he's a clear number 2. And are you going to give $12.5 million, $13 million a year to number 2? I don't know. Like, if he is interested in joining up with the Vikings and joining up with Ed Donatel and company and Kevin O'Connell, and he likes what they're building here in Minnesota, 9? Could we do 9? But adding Clowney would be extremely interesting. So you got Phillips and you got Tomlinson and Armand for Watts and Twyman on the inside, and then the outside you got Daniil, Wanham, Patrick Jones-Second, Janaris Robinson, who I believe in, Kenny Willekes, Johnny Tryhard, as well as Jumpin' James Lynch. So you just add Clowney to that mix, to that stew, where the Vikings are going to platoon up front, especially since they're going to run a multiple front defense, odd, even, some nickel, actually a lot of nickel in there as well. So I think that the Vikings could certainly use him, but it's got to be where the price is right. Also, another downside is he's never played a full regular season in his 8-year NFL career, so durability has always been an issue with him. So I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where over the last couple of years, I'm sure I've done videos like, oh, we need to get Clowney. We need to get in the clown shoe business. We need to do this. But at this point, if the price is right, sure. Other than that, but I mean, it's it. Clowney, 1 year, $9 million deal with some incentives. Okay. Yeah, now we can talk about stuff. But your thoughts are our thoughts. Clowney, Vikings. Eyeballs, question marks, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.